It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer, man. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, as always. We get ready to do this thing, man, because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real. You know what? I'm tired. I'm going to tell it like it is, but I feel good at the same time, coming off of a Super Sunday. And what a Super Sunday, man. What a Super Sunday. Yeah, and I must say, I'm blessed. I'm blessed all around the house. How you feel, dog? How you feel?
I'm feeling good, BT. You know what I mean? It was a Super Sunday that we had at Reality Wrestling, Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. Of course, we appreciate everybody for selling the place out for our 11th straight consecutive show. And this one felt even a little bit different. It's our first sellout on a Sunday.
It's only going to get big. It's only going to get big. It's only going to get better. It's about to blow up, man. I'm serious. And the thing is, on the Sunday night, people came out and had a hell of a lot of fun. I want to give props to Joe Hendry, who was the guy who was the headliner for Reality of Wrestling Super Sunday. Moose as well came out and did his thing. And them boys, man, them NXT boys, Hank and Tank, they definitely came in and represented with Reality of Wrestling's own Wheel All Day. I'm gonna tell you, man, the energy in the building seemed like you can cut it with a knife. And the fans, I want to give it up to the Reality of Wrestling, the Road Nation. Man, they came out, they showed up, and they showed out. And one thing I was talking to Charmel about, going back to when we first, started this thing, down the Clear Lake Rec Center, we're doing the shows, whatnot, passing in the convention center, and the arena was sparse. You know what I mean? There'd be fans here, if you're here, whatnot. And what's really, really cool is we built the Road Nation almost, it seemed like one fan at a time, almost like our Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. Right now, we're up to 812,000 subscribers, and we need more. But it seemed like we built that thing one fan at a time. And man, I tell you, we have built a monster. I appreciate you guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back because you guys showed up at Reality of Wrestling. There was one guy on the corner of the freeway. He had a Joe Hendry sign, and he was out there for a few hours kicking that sign up, and then boom, he showed up at the building and he had the sign. I was like, it's amazing. It's amazing what we have built at Reality of Wrestling, established back in 2005, just a small independent wrestling company that's become a monster, baby. So guys, if you haven't checked out Reality Wrestling, go to Reality Wrestling YouTube channel and check it out, man, because we were doing some really, really good stuff. And some of the comments that we've been getting as well, man, I want to thank the fans for some of the really, really cool comments, because it let us know exactly what direction that we need to go in, if we are on the right track of trying to create something Really, really cool for the fans to watch. And I tell you, man, don't think it's not something that's noticeable on a weekly basis.
No, we appreciate everybody in the Row Nation. I was actually taken aback by the gentleman who was there flipping the Joe Hendry sign, because we were all talking in the back. We're like, this guy, obviously Joe had to hire this guy, you know what I mean? Because he's out there putting in work. He was out there putting in work. Now, and we're not like, when Booker says it, this guy wasn't just holding a sign that said Joe Hendry and like a free car wash kind of thing. This is one of the big signs. It almost looked like an arrow. And he's throwing it in the air. He's doing tricks with it. He's spinning it off his shoulders. So we're like, oh, this is Joe is smart. This guy's smart. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's putting some money into it. And then Joe comes and we're like, hey, man, we saw your sign guy. And he's like, what are y'all talking about?
It's like, how much did you pay him? How much? It was almost like Hogan back in the day with that to help this. How much was plastic surgery, man? Yeah, man, but it was awesome to see that though, and it just give my young guys something to aspire to achieve themselves, because Joe Hendry is one of those guys that it's not anything that he does in the ring that it attracts you to him, even though what he does in the ring is not bad or anything like that, but he makes you feel something when you go on the Joe Hendry experience, man. I told that kid when I first saw him, man, I was like, man, don't change a thing. Don't change nothing. Keep it just like you is going right now. I said, work on your music a little bit more, write a couple of more songs. You're on the right track. And I swear, man, he definitely came into reality of wrestling and gave us a big, big boost of morale for our fans, and excitement for our fans. So I can't wait to see who's next. That's the question right there. Road Nation, let us know who you want to see next. Is it, the young OG, or is it, Wesley, or is it, who do you guys want to see at reality? I think that's the way we do this going forward. How about that? Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know exactly what you want to see, who you want to see, where you want to be. You know what I mean? Give us all the stuff. We want to know, and have another Super Sunday. I also got to give a big shout out to Moose as well, who did his thing. And like you said, Hank and Tank, man, those guys embody energy. Do you know what I mean? Just as soon as they come out, helmets on, belly rubbing. They were ready, man.
Entertainment, man. Very, very entertaining kids, man. As well as the package that they put together before they got to reality wrestling, explaining why they were coming to reality wrestling, to solve a crime. And I'm like, man, this is some really, really good stuff. And I can't wait to have Hank and Tank back at reality wrestling. Maybe next month, Hank and Tank may be coming back, because I know they wanted a piece of Fly Death. After Fly Death, went out there and showed up and showed out, and they are the reality wrestling tag team champions. So I would love to see that. Would the fans want to see Hank and Tank versus Fly Death? How about that?
I think I would want to see it. You know what I mean? If I count, I want to put my name in there. I want to see that, because those guys, man, were great. And you were talking, you've talked about them before on the show, but they seem like they've on NXT, and I could see it at Reality Wrestling last night. They seem like they found their pocket. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there's like a rapper, and the rapper, he can put the words together real well. He can make the rhymes, but he doesn't always find the pocket to deliver them, the flow, between the beat. I feel like they found their flow a little bit.
Well, they've grown on me. I can tell you that. Hank definitely has grown on me a whole lot, because I'm gonna I told him he wouldn't have been at reality wrestling, if I didn't like him. Trust me. Over the time, over the months, I just watched him just continue to put in work and work and work, and I really feel like since he got with Tank Ledger, I think that's the spark that he needed more than anything. He needed something to make him work just a little bit harder. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Tank, he's a hell of an entertainer. He's a hell of a performer. He's a hell of a wrestler. We haven't seen the best of that kid yet, but I think the best of both worlds is those guys together. So yeah, man, I can't wait to see him back in reality wrestling. And Hank and Tank need to get some wrestling gear. That's the only thing.
I like the Daisy Dukes.
It's some damn gear, man. That's the one thing I think that they might need to do more than anything is get some gear, man. I see my one clip is going viral all over the place when I said Montez Ford, get rid of the damn cup. And you know, when I say stuff like that, I'm shooting. All right. I want everybody to know what I'm shooting. All right. And when I'm not playing around. Hank and Tank. I do think they need to get some gear. Just because when they just say, for instance, get pulled up to the main roster. You know, even if the theme is still the same as far as, you know, what they're wearing now, it still has to be in wrestling gear form. If you understand what I'm saying.
I hear that.
Looked at a certain way. That's just me. I'm gonna tell you right now, I could be wrong.
You've been wrong before, but it's, you know, too few and far between. What do you not like about the cup so much? Why does the cup stick out to you?
It's a distraction. It's a distraction from how good the kid really is in the aggression. You know, one thing about, you know, walking out that curtain, that time is, you know, that's when the clock start running. When you walk out that curtain, boom, when the camera first see you, you know, and the cup thing was cool, but you got to be able to evolve. I tell people all the time, if I still had a flat top and a little mustache, we would not be having this conversation. Tez has been doing that since day one. You got to be able to evolve and move forward if you want to move to the next level. Now, you know, a lot of people may take that and, you know, and look at it a certain way, but most of those guys are two-time Hall of Famers. We got to take a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by BlueChew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
You know, let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, you know, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. You know, we just gave props to, you know, a few people on that was there for Super Sunday, reality wrestling Super Sunday. But everybody, I always say, man, if you play your role to the best of your ability, everything will work out perfectly. And I must say, everybody, from top to bottom, played their role at reality wrestling. And I'm gonna tell you, we're on our way. We truly are on our way to becoming a monster as far as wrestling here in Texas. I saw one comment that said they thank us for keeping Paul Bosch's dream alive, giving quality wrestling to the city of Houston, man. That right there made me feel really, really good, because that's one of the reasons why I do this, is because of Paul Bosch. But everybody under the banner of Reality of Wrestling, man, they played a hell of a role, as well as that kid, Ice Williams. He's on his way. He's been ID'd by the WWE ID program. And I can only imagine, how he felt. I can only wonder what he felt like, being in that position and something like that happening for him. Man, what a way to be able to, springboard into this business. And I say congratulations to Ice Williams. And it's going to be so many more that find themselves, with a chance to perhaps change their lives, because that's what I think this program could do more than anything, is change your life, because it changed. Professional wrestling changed my life. I can only imagine where I would be at if it wasn't for, my brother, wanting to go to a wrestling school, that Ivan Putski actually opening a wrestling school, and actually, stepping into that ring and loving it the way I did, finding myself. There's so many kids out there that's going through that same thing, walking in those same shoes that I walked in, and, wondering what they're going to do in life. And that ring could be it. So, man, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. Guys, be on the lookout for Reality of Wrestling, what we're doing. If you want to support us in any kind of way, just go to realitywrestling.com.
It was cool to hear the crowd at the announcement for Ice Williams. Ice Williams is a guy who I actually met for the first time at the Reality of Wrestling one night in Vegas, out there at the MGM Grand. And he was there with the Lights Camera Faction guys. And there was something I remember one time. We're at the Walker, Texas the old gym, World Gym Arena. And the Lights Camera Faction guys are coming out. And this is a group who they had like a Hollywood movie theme to them. And they would yell "cut," right? And I remember sitting on the stage at the commentary table, and these Lights Camera Faction guys come out and they're doing their cut thing. And I remember Ice Williams looked like he was on something. You know what I mean? He was so over the top, like in a good way. He was going, and like shaking and shimmering and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, this guy's good. Like I just remember that. Like he brought me in. His energy was infectious and it brought me in. Yeah. And it's one of the few times where he popped me when I was sitting there at the desk. And I was like, this guy's got something. And it's just awesome to see now full circle. The first person we've been able to officially WWE ID of a part of the program. There's been several names that have come out, but I'm really happy that we were able to do that. And it looked great on TV, by the way.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The whole show looked great on television. It was like I say, from top to bottom. The fans, man, they kept that building alive. It seemed like it was moving at certain points. And that's what's so cool for me is to actually get to this point to where now we're thinking about expanding. It's time to make it bigger and better. It's time for Reality Wrestling to go on the road. We've been getting a lot of emails, messages, whatnot, as far as bringing Reality of Wrestling to different cities and whatnot. We want to do that stuff, but we just want to be prepared. Preparation is the only luck, and right now we are in the best place we could ever have been thus far over this last 19 years. This is the best place we found ourselves in to be able to move to the next level, especially with the ID program and being able to work with this next generation, this next crop of talent, because it's good. I don't know if you've seen the other ID recipients. I guess that's what we call them, right? Recipients. Prospects. Okay. But it's been a few of them. And now I'll get a chance to work with those guys like Cappuccino Jones. He's been through Reality of Wrestling, and now we'll get a chance to bring him through Reality of Wrestling and hone his skill from a totally different perspective. So I'm looking forward to working with all these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure for you as a teacher and as a coach, this is a really, really fun opportunity to dig your heels in and really get your hands on, is what I'm trying to say, some of this young talent and coach them up. You know what I mean? Give them a couple pointers.
Yeah, it's a great time to test my theories. More than I always, want to test my theories with the young guys today, and compare them to the way they've been trained before. Just because I teach a little bit different, I always feel like I have to put an asterisk by everything that I say to a lot of these young guys, just because it's the way I think. It's not the way I was taught or
Right.
anything like that. So I can't wait to, like I say, get a chance to work with these young guys and really mentor them from that perspective, because I have nothing to gain other than to see these young guys go to the next level and succeed. That's it. I'm not getting paid any money or anything like that to see these young guys do their thing. Like Roxanne Perez. I was talking to one of my girls last night, and she was like, when she make it, she's gonna give me a cut, and I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not getting no cut. I don't want any cut. I just want to see you make it. You know what I mean? And then when you make it, it's gonna be great, and you are gonna make it. And I told her the only thing you're gonna have to worry about is counting the money. So no, man, I just want to see most of these kids succeed, the ones that want to succeed. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see as the WWID program continues to prosper. Reality wrestling's continued collaboration. What exactly is going to happen there? But Book, there's a few things that I definitely want to make sure that we get into. One of them, though, again, I hate to always be the person to bring up some of the sad stuff, but I only bring this up because we got to spend some time with this man before in Las Vegas. That was Tony Todd, who played Candyman, passed away over the weekend at 69. And I just remember, do you remember we had like a meal and sat and watched the UFC with Tony Todd? And I remember texting somebody and be like, hey, you'll never guess who I'm watching the UFC with, the Candyman. It was like a crazy moment. And he was a super cool dude. Yeah. And that was in Vegas a few years back. But I remember you were like, oh man, it's Candyman.
Yeah. Nah, man. I didn't know he passed away, man. I didn't hear that. I've been when did he pass away?
Last Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, and I've been working like crazy. Feel like I've been underwater with work, but man, it's been like that. It's been crazy lately with people dropping, like Quincy Jones, whatnot. It's just and the thing is we all got to meet that crossroad, of course, man. But it's still so shocking when we hear about stuff like that. Just like with you and I, we were just with him not too long ago. But I don't know, man. Godspeed. Condolences to his family, and man, he's gonna be missed.
There were some WWE releases as well that came last week that we didn't get a chance to discuss. Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin.
They're finished. They're all finished. Wrap them up. I'm just saying. I'm saying the same exact thing you're saying. I'm just saying it a little bit different.
You are saying it differently.
I mean, come on, man. So why does it have to be wrong the way I see it?
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, come on, man. I'm hitting you with that old joke. Come on, man. You got to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way.
What are you talking? What are we going to talk about?
Well, I mean, look. Obviously, Baron Corbin spent some considerable time with the company, including having a WrestleMania moment with Kurt Angle, given Kurt Angle's last match. Some actually real memorable things. And I know Baron was look, I wanted to say this. What Baron and Braun were doing in NXT, I was like, man, look, Baron's found like kind of a rejuvenation here. And they were having some great matches, Stand and Deliver. They had a great tag match. The chat is saying wrap him up. Y'all are mean. Y'all are so mean. Y'all are listening to this man too much. But Baron had a good run. I mean, he was in the company for quite a minute.
How many years Baron was there?
Oh man, I want to say it was like 12.
12. That's a career. That's a career. I mean, was he one of those guys that was good at his job? Very, very good at his job. And the thing is, he milked it as long as he possibly could. I'm sure Baron Corbin played in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
She's got a pension, right? She's got a pension if he played in the NFL more than 3 years, right?
Let's see, how long did he play in the NFL is a question. He played in the NFL for 2 years.
2 years? I don't know if it's 2 years or 3 years. But I know you get a pension if you're there for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't seem like he was hurting or anything like that. He did very, very well. Could he have got a little bit more out of it? Of course he could have. But Baron Corbin, he just never seemed to crack that ceiling. He never seemed to become that guy that they were looking for. the fans in NXT was a whole lot different than the fans when he got to the main roster, right? Right.
Yeah.
So I think that had a little bit to do with it. But we'll talk about that. We got to take a quick break. Stick around. You inside the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Gametime, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Gametime is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Gametime has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Gametime, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Gametime guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section and row for less elsewhere. Gametime will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, bro.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Gametime. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Gametime now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Just download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Guaranteed. Oh, yes. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Talking about the few guys that got released from WWE just this past week. Baron Corbin, Tegan Knox, and the Hartwell, man, Indy Hartwell. I think most of the people are going to be sad mostly about Indy Hartwell. What do you think?
People love Indy, man.
Love Indy Hartwell. You know?
People love Indy Hartwell.
I don't know if it's this, if it's the smile, that that Australian thing. What is that?
She did the thumbs up, right? Wasn't that her thing?
Okay, well, I don't know if that's it, but I think they're gonna miss. I think Indy is gonna be missed more than all of them. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, no, Indy actually came through reality wrestling at one point as well.
Yeah.
And so I've always been a fan of Indy Hartwell. But yeah, I mean, look, this is unfortunately a part of business. Right?
It is.
It's just what happens.
And
sometimes it has nothing to even do with you, right?
That's true too. But the thing is too, one thing that most of these young guys and just wrestlers in general realize after they get let go, it's life out there. You can still make money. You can still do this thing.
Yeah.
There's so many places to go and work right now and make a living, especially when you got a resume like a Indy Hartwell, like a Baron Corbin. I'm sure they're going to get phone calls coming out of the gazoo on a weekly basis. But the question is, are they going to want to do that? That's the question right there. After you've worked, and I'm talking about champagne wishes, caviar dreams. It's hard to go back to pork and bean. You know what I'm saying? It really is. So that's the thing. Are they going to be able to, handle that side of being out there on that indie grind on a weekly basis?
Well, that's quite literally the reality of wrestling, right?
It is. It truly is.
It happens. And I mean, and at times anybody can get it. I mean, as far as people getting released and then come back, you never know what's going to happen. As far as Baron, I do wonder if Baron is like, man, I had 12 years. Like, it's time to move on to something else. Or if
you're never going to do that.
Well, I don't know, because he didn't like start in the indies.
What I'm saying is, when you get that check, you want to keep getting it as long as you can. But I'm sure it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to move on and do something else, because I think Baron Corbin can act.
Yeah.
I think he could pick right up and keep this thing rolling because he was never a guy that was had a problem with the script, and going out into the ring and just laying that script out, in front of a live crowd. He's never had that problem. So acting, I think, would be a whole lot easier for him just because, cut, redo it, cut, well, let's try that again, that kind of stuff. So I think he'll work out in that world, very easily.
Yeah, no, he definitely could. And I can see him in acting. But when I said like maybe it's time to move on, I'm saying maybe wants to do something like acting. Maybe he wants to do something in a different industry other than wrestling. Essentially because he came from football, maybe not the first love, but had a hell of a run, 12 years, great run, paycheck every month, doing well for himself. So yeah, I mean, and remember, wait, didn't he actually win the lottery or something? Wasn't he happy, Corbin?
Yeah. I don't know if that was a real thing or not.
No. I'm just playing.
Yeah, but no, man, he had a hell of a run. Yeah, seriously. 12,
Now speaking of
13 years, hell of a run in this business.
But speaking of opportunities and things of that nature, on SmackDown, and I'm assuming, we're taping this before Monday Night Raw, but I'm assuming something similar might happen on Raw. But on Friday Night SmackDown, we got the reveal of the first ever WWE main roster mid-card championship for the women, which is the Women's United States Championship was announced. I'm assuming we might have a women's intercontinental championship announced. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. This is something I know you've been advocating for maybe 2 years now, at least, is the women need to have more than just the two top titles to go after. And now they have the tag titles and a mid-card championship, probably two. Or let me not say mid-card, secondary championship to go after. How do you feel about all that?
100. 100. Yeah. No, I mean, it's needed just because you give the show just that different extra layer. All right. And the thing is to give the women something to actually compete for. It shows, how you can move up the ladder, opposed to you got two tiers and that's it. I just think opening up and it's just opening that up just a little bit more. I just think it makes a whole lot more sense for the business. More than anything. Because one thing about this business, you're always fighting for what?
A spot?
No, championships.
A championship. Yeah.
That's the thing. You want to win a championship. And the thing is, it doesn't necessarily have to be the world title when you first win a championship. You're just happy when you win that first one. Like for me, the television championship. I was like, man, I'm in. I got a chip in the game, So I'm doing something right. That's what it told me. Even though it was the title at the lowest tier, so to speak, it let me know that I was in the game. And I think these girls need that just as well to make them feel like, man, I'm moving up.
Yeah, I mean, as far as, having, like you said, the TV title, the US title, these are all things that kind of almost showed you like, hey, we think that you're going to also be something, at the top. Because that was always the ride, is you start off, then you work your way to a first championship, which in WCW is the television title or the United States title. Then you work your way up to the next level. And I think that, again, also a lot of the times in this sport, which is what it is, and what the presentation of it is sport. Yeah, you want to get championships. That's what the goal should be for everybody on the roster. And to me, if you don't have that and you just have the top title in the women's division, what are the rest of the women going after? A lot of times you have to have like these personal stories or things of that nature to really make those things interesting. But now that you have a secondary championship, that's the word I want to use. It really makes things more dynamic, especially now with women's tag team titles as well. And to me, though, Book, if I was going to nominate anybody to win a secondary championship for the women, I don't know if you know who I'm going to go with, because I don't know if it's the obvious choice or maybe it is the obvious choice. But there's been one woman on this roster, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, who is, no matter what you give her, she figures out how to make it entertaining, how to get the crowd engaged, and how to get herself over in the process of getting the other person over, and that is Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's phenomenal, really on all fronts. And I almost liken her to a female Miz.
I was going to say the same exact thing.
Oh, really? Yeah. I almost liken her to a female Miz. You give her whatever, she'll figure out how to make it entertaining and how to make it memorable.
No, I mean, you hit it right on the head. I swear to God. I was going to say the exact same thing. She's like the Miz, female version. She's all about getting the script and going out there and enhancing the script. And that's what I talk about all the time, with these young guys. Like one of my guys came to me last night and, I said, man, you're doing great. You're doing real good. And he goes, man, I appreciate it, man. But I got an idea. And I say, I don't want to hear your ideas. All right. Get the hell out of my office. It was one of those type of things. Don't give me the idea. Take the idea, take the script, and enhance it.
Take ownership of it.
That's how you become, the guy. That's how you become the one that they know that they can count on in any situations. But if you go talking about, what you got, you could tick somebody off. You can end up getting fired. So honestly, Chelsea Green, everybody can take notes from a Chelsea Green. Everybody could take notes from, someone like The Miz, even though I hear guys like The Miz get so much heat. That
ridiculous.
But he is so damn good at what he does. He's almost flawless at what he does. He does it better than anybody. So Chelsea in that same, category.
It's so funny. I was just talking to one of the guys at the show last night, and we were talking about The Miz. And he was saying, if I could have anybody's career in the history of the business, I would want The Miz's career. You know what I mean? Always been on the show, always had something to do, been in prominent, been at the top of the card, middle of the card, in tags, babyface, heel, but no matter what, has always been on the show. And they've always been able to do what? Trust him. Hey, if we give this to The Miz is going to figure this out. If we give a dumpster match to Chelsea Green, Chelsea's going to figure this out. She's going to make it good. Yeah. She had that return, her big return at the Royal Rumble. How do I make this memorable? Eliminate me immediately.
Yeah.
1 second.
Got to be good at what you do, and she's definitely good at what she does. She knows her role, like The Rock said. Mm-hmm. Know your role and shut your damn mouth. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey everyone, it's Brad Gilmore from the Hall of Fame here with the one and only Booker T, the 5-time WCW champion, and we're excited to talk to you about something that's been a game changer for the both of us. That's HelloFresh.
That's right, Brad. HelloFresh makes home cooking easy, fun, and affordable with farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You can skip those tiring trips to the grocery store and dive straight into cooking delicioso meals, man.
Absolutely, Book. HelloFresh offers over 50 recipes and a ton of market items to choose from every single week. You can say goodbye to meal planning woes and hello to convenience. I've been loving their quick and easy recipes. They're ready in 20 minutes or less, which means I can spend less time in the kitchen and more time enjoying that Texas summer sunshine.
And let me tell you, the fit and wholesome recipes are perfect for keeping you feeling great all summer long. They're balanced pack with fresh produce at under 650 calories per serving. Plus, HelloFresh kids-friendly recipes are picky eater proof. My kids love them.
And here's the best part, BT. If you go to HelloFresh.com/freebooker, that's HelloFresh.com/freebooker right now, you can get one free breakfast item for life. Forever, the entire time you're alive. That is HelloFresh.com/freebooker.
America's #1 meal kit. Baby, trust me, you won't regret it. HelloFresh takes the hassle out of meal planning, shopping, and most of the prep. You just choose your meals, select a delivery date, and get cooking, man.
So what are you waiting for? Go to HelloFresh.com/freebooker. That's HelloFresh.com/freebooker for free breakfast for life. HelloFresh.com/freebooker.
Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hey, man, we're about to wrap this thing up here after this this segment here. We've got a quick show here today. Preempt. This preempting thing. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. People want more. They want more. They want to step inside the Hall of Fame on a more intensive basis, and we need more time. We need more time. What's going on? I hear something going on in the background, like somebody's scrubbing, like Ajax over there. The cleaners over there doing some work or something. No, man. I don't know, man. But what we got the super chatters. That's what I need.
Yes, we do. We do have some super chatters. So we might as well get into them right this moment, because John JID 999, who's been a subscriber, by the way, to the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel for 11 straight months. So we salute to you, John. We salute you. Thoughts on this new WWE ID system being able to weed out the people who don't take wrestling seriously and how it can focus on the motivated people? It's an interesting question, Book, and quick follow-up to John before you answer is there was a little bit of this conversation on our last show that did get picked up by a few outlets. I think there is a difference, and I would like to hear you almost maybe edify it if you would like to, between people who want to be a wrestler and some people who want to play wrestling.
I don't think that's what the program is for.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I mean, I just want to get that out there. I don't think the program is for us to weed out guys who really don't take this seriously or anything like that. I think that the program is, for guys who they see as having potential at making it at the next level, as well as the drive, as well as the mental aptitude to actually, want to really, really dive in and understand, what this thing's all about. It's like being an actor. It's just like you can't go take one acting class and think you're a professional. I mean, that's just not the way it happens. I don't think Denzel Washington, was the same. His first role was the same as it was in Training Day.
Right.
Okay. I don't think his skill set had evolved to that point. Nowhere near. And I think that's what this program is about more than anything, is getting the best talent out there under that umbrella and try to teach them what this wrestling thing is truly all about. And like I said just last week, the story Brad's talking about that got picked up. There's a lot of places out there that, that's not going to be thinking about what we're thinking about. And they're going to be just thinking about, putting their boots on and going out and wrestling. Some guys just want to do this. I had a guy that, he was perfect for a referee, but he probably could have got signed, but he said, man, I don't want to do that. I want to be a professional wrestler now. It's not up to me to try to steal this guy's dream away. If that's what he want to do, okay, so be it. Go ahead and try it. I understand it. But then there's sometimes these guys, just like, for instance, I go to Comic-Con and you see a lot of people walking around like, Superman, or you see a lot of the women walking around like Harley Quinn. They're cosplayers. They would love to be Superman. They would love to be Harley Quinn. I get it. So a lot of people want to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and they want to dress up and play that as well. So it's going to always be a place for that. But the guy, the girl that's serious about doing this, the ID program, hopefully you'll be ID one day.
Because look, it's a commitment, man. I mean, Book, how many road trips did you and your brother take in the early days just trying to get seen, just trying to get noticed? It wasn't like, oh, I want to go play GI Bro this weekend. It's like, no, man, I'm gonna be GI Bro this weekend because I'm trying to get to this place to where I can go to here and go to here, right?
It was about being in the right place at the right time and being totally prepped for that situation. And that's the situation that I found myself in. I was ready, for the situation when it came. When that knock came, I was ready to answer it. So I think that's what this thing's all about. And I just think it goes over so many people that's trying to get in this business. It just goes over their head because they're looking at how fun it is. But when they get to that level, man, it's a job. It truly is.
Yeah, it's a job, man. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's exactly what you have to look at. We have another super chat here. This comes from Donnie Trowell, who said, if you had one last match, who would you pick as your final opponent?
My final opponent, who would I pick? Probably I say Roman a lot, just because he's a guy that's just really, really, really good. I always talk about Shawn Michaels as being a guy that I wish we could go back in time and actually hook it up just one time. Um, but a guy that's on the roster today that I really think I can go out and have a really, really good match with, it'll probably be with somebody like Sami Zayn.
Mm. Why Sammy?
Just because he'll be able to keep up with me. He'll be able
Yeah.
to, execute, I think, properly, as well as he does a lot of good stuff, cool stuff that I really feel like I could have, enhanced and made look even a little bit better as well. So that's what I think about when I'm performing. But yeah, like somebody like Sammy, I think I could have really, really had a good match with.
Sami Zayn's a good pick. Now let me make it a little bit harder for you, just to make it more interesting. Who would you pick off the NXT roster?
Man, off the NXT roster, I would probably, I would love to go out there and school Trick Williams, just to, show him, you know, the true technique and the art of the flow of going out there. And the thing is, he has a lot of flow right now. He has a lot of rhythm, but there are a few things that we're gonna have to work on. Yeah, and getting in the ring with Trick, it would definitely be one of those dream come true matches. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll see if it ever does come true. We have one more super chat, and then I have a follow up for you here. This is Cali Toenail. I'm loving this new women's U.S. championship. I think it's going to be the women's workhorse title. I believe Tiffany is going to cash in on whoever gets it first. Tiffany Stratton still has that cash in. I feel like the Nia story should pay off. I feel like that should be the story, but hey, I could be wrong.
Yeah, you might be wrong. Cali guy always got some good ideas, man. He's always in the booking committees, in the war room trying to come up with some ideas. But yeah, I like that one. I like that one as well. And the New Year's Championship for the ladies is definitely going to be something that's going to, just like Abel Andrew Jackson say, shake things up just a little bit. I didn't do it like him, but yeah, definitely I can't wait for that. So we got I got another.
Yeah, one other one came in. This goes, do you guys think Vince McMahon is going to make a new company again? Do you guys think Vince McMahon is going to make a new company again? He's so nice he had to say it twice. I heard rumors about this. Vince looking to make a new entertainment company. I think that Vince has got a lot of other stuff going on, obviously, right now. I think that might need to be cleared out of the way first. But Vince, I from everything I've read and seen about him, is a worker and is always going to try to find something to do.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but like you said, I think whatever he's got going on, take precedent over anything going on as far as him creating another business. But the thing is, I'm sure Vince is chomping at the bit, and he's got to do something. Vince is not the type of guy that just going to sit around the house and just grow old and go and do it peacefully. That's not going to happen. He's not going to go silently in the night. That's not going to happen. So I could definitely see him trying to create something new. What that is, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to be a wrestling company or anything like that. I just don't. I would not see him wanting to go through that again.
Yeah, I don't see him doing a wrestling company. It wouldn't make much sense. Not right now. Speaking though of wrestling companies, what'd you think? NXT, AEW, head-to-head, Wednesday night. NXT from the 2300 Arena. Y'all pulled out a great show.
Yeah.
Badass show.
Yes, indeed.
And y'all beat AEW in the ratings on their own night.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I missed it.
By almost 100,000 viewers.
I missed that. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you missed it.
What was I thinking? But no, NXT's on fire right now. NXT's on fire right now. AEW is doing what they're doing. I don't even really want to get off into a whole lot of what AEW is doing, because I say they should just focus on doing their own thing. It's just like Darby Allin. He made a statement about the WWE superstar brand, the superstar, as far as being called a WWE superstar, and that's a dumb thing. it seemed like people would just mind their own business and make their own money. And because I think the superstar tag for me, if I'm a young kid and I love wrestling and I hear the WWE superstars are coming to town, damn it, I'm gonna want to be there. All right. That's called branding.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what that's called. For one that don't know, that's called branding. And hopefully somebody can learn from that one little small thing right there. Guys, I want to thank y'all for stepping inside the Hall of Fame. Get your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, man. Brad, for all the heavy lifting, all the time. And like I always say, peace. We love you. And we out.